All right, this video is going to cover how to create isometric number 3. Right now on my screen, this is a handout that I gave you in class, and we're just going to go over some of the dimensions before we get started. At the starting point, from the starting point to this point is 2 boxes. So we know that the value of each box, we discussed that in class as well. Each box is 0.5. So I multiply 0.5 times 2. I put an equal symbol here because this line and this line have the same number of boxes. And so that means that this line equals zero point 0.5 times 2. This line equals 0.5 times 2, which equals 1. Now, each one of these steps of this shape, this shaded area, is 0.5. So 0.5 from here to here, 0.5 down, 0.5 over, 0.5 down. All right. Now, we're going to look at this one while we're here, so we can minimize some of the confusion. This is 3 boxes, so this going to be 1.5. Once again, we discussed this in class already. This is going to be equal to it, so I'll put an equal symbol here. 1.5, 1.5. So this line is 2 boxes, so this is going to be 1. This line is 2 boxes, so this is going to be 1 as well. And this line right here is going to be 0.5. So is this line right here. This is 0.5, this is 0.5. So let's get that much created, and then we'll put in the layout and get it submitted. So we're going to go to the program. Oops. And I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff here. And we're going to go to new. So for that, we're going to go to file. And we're going to go to new. And we're going to go to if this is collapsed, pull that tab next to that, click on English, and then double click standard IPT inches. And we're going to start with a 2D sketch. We click 2D sketch, and we're going to select the plane. I believe in class we selected the YZ plane. And you can do this one of 2 ways. You can do it with the line, or you can do it with the rectangle. I think I'm going to do it with the line. So when I click on the line command, I'm going to lock into the center. There should be a green dot. Move my cursor to my right. You should pick up 3 tracking, a 90-degree tracking, a dimension tracking in blue, and then a symbol out to the right. I'm going to type in, so that distance for that base of that shape is 1. I'm going to press enter. Now, if it zooms out of view, you can hit the word right on your view cube and it'll zoom back into your view. I'm going to go vertical from here. Make sure you're picking up the tracking. This is going to be 1 as well. Press enter. Hit the word right. I'm going to go back to the left. I'm going to type in 0.5, press enter. I'm going to go straight down. Once again, make sure you're picking up your tracking. Keep the line straight. 0.5, 0.5, and then lock in back at the beginning. And then hit escape. So when you look at that, you should have all these dimensions. Now that I'm done sketching, I can now go to a finished sketch. If it zooms out of view on this cube over here, the view cube, there's a gray corner. You click on that gray corner, it'll zoom back into view. I'm going to click on extrude. And the extrusion for this, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times zero point 0.5 is 4. So now I can know the extrusion for that should be 4. When you click on extrude, your profile should automatically highlight. And we want it to go back the other way. So we pick a direction and we type in 4, press enter. Once again, now we have an extrusion. If we put that plus sign, this is the sketch that we made, and then extrusion. Now what we want to do is when we go back to the drawing, this area, from this shaded area to this shaded area, there's 3 boxes. There is 3 boxes. So 1, 2, 3. So that makes the value of this distance 1.5. All right. So we're going to do something called a plane. So we're going to get out of here. Going back here, and I need to erase some stuff again. So we're going to do a plane. So we're going to go up here in our ribbon area, find the plane command. When you click on plane, click on the image of the plane. You're going to left click and drag, left click, hold and drag. If you notice, we're going in a negative direction. So because the coordinate says the positive direction is in the direction of the arrow, but since we're going back this way, it's going to be negative. Negative in value, not in value, but in direction. We're going to type in negative 1.5. Hit the green check mark. We're going to go to 2D sketch, hit the plus sign, and you're going to click on the edge of the plane. Make sure that just the plane highlights. I'm going to click that plane, and now we're going to sketch the upper portion. So I'm going to go use a line again. I'm going to find this. I'm going to first, I think I'm going to do is project the geometry. I'm going to project this line right here. It's going to give me a boundary. I'm going to go to line. Zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to lock into this corner. It should be a green dot. I'm going to go vertical. Remember that distance is 1.5. I'll come over to my right. Make sure you're picking up the tracking. 1.5. I'm going to come down 1. I'm going to come back 1. And then down 0.5 should be a green dot. Now, just to make sure, I'm going to go from this green dot. I'm still in line. I'm going to go from this dot to this dot just to be sure that it's closed. Hit escape. Now you have these are all the numbers you should have for that sketch. I'm going to go to finish sketch. I'm going to go to extrude. Select my profile. In that distance, let's go back to the drawing real quick. From here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 0.5 is 2.5. And I press Okay. I'm now going to go over here in my browser area. I'm going to right click on this plane and I'm going to turn off the visibility for it. Okay. Once again, now we're going to put excuse me, we're going to put the holes in it. Holes are fairly simple. There's a hole command up here. When you click on that hole command, you're going to pick on this surface. Let's go back to the drawing real quick. We're going to pick on this top surface. So I'm going to select here, holes in that region. I'm now going to select an edge. First thing, we're going to keep this size of 0.25. If it's not 0.25, make it 0.25. We're going to click this line or that edge, and we're going to make that zero point 0.5. Don't press enter. We're going to click this edge, do the same thing. We're going to make that zero point 0.5 as well. Now you can press enter. And now you got a hole. We're going to repeat that process. We're going to click the hole command again. We're going to select this surface. Now we're going to select this edge. See edge pops up there. Click that. That should be zero point 0.5. We're now going to click this edge, but this distance is different. It's going to be 0.75. Now get this saved and save as. And you can call it, if you haven't done so, ISO #3. And then hit save. Make sure you save this to your desktop. So in this file right here, go to desktop and hit save. Now we're going to put it in a layout. So go to file again, go to new, and you're going to use this ANSI inches DWG, double click it. Now we're going to format, this is called our layout. We're going to format this thing. So first thing you want to do is right click on this ANSI large, right click on it. You'll see delete. Go ahead and delete that. Right click on sheet 1 and do an edit sheet. You're going to change this D, the size of the paper, from a D to an A. Go ahead and click OK. Up here where it says drawing resources, you're going to click this plus sign. You're going to click the plus sign next to title blocks. And you're going to double click ANSI A. Now we're going to bring in our drawing, get it dimensioned out, and get it turned into a PDF. So from here, you're going to go to base. Click on base. Your object comes in, but we need to adjust some things. First thing we're going to do is adjust the scale to a half. We're going to turn on this light bulb. You're going to click inside of here in all caps, type the word front. And then you're going to, from here, you're going to click the rest of the views. So this is our front view. You're going to click here for your top view, click here for your side view, and then click here for your isometric. Go ahead and click OK. Once you get all that on the screen, go ahead and click OK. And then there's a little ghosting box around each of the views. We're going to take this We're going to drag it over onto the page. And we're going to take this view and move over. Now, next thing we want to do is we want to right click on these words, do an edit text style. You're going to make it bold. You're going to click this tab inside here and take your fonts or your text height down to 0.1 and then hit save and close. When you double click this top view, double click this on the little red ghosting box there, double click that. You're going to change this to top. Turn on the light bulb, click OK. Drag these words up. I'm going to double click this view. We're going to type r.side, make sure it's in all caps. Turn on the light bulb, click OK. I'll double click this view. Same process, ISO METRIC. Turn on the light bulb, then click OK. We're now going to go to our dimensioning. So we're going to go to annotate. And the first thing we want to get is we're going to focus on our front view. And we want to know the distance from its overall distance. I'm going to pull that up. The dimension should exist between the views. Click that. We need to know this distance from here to here. We need to know the overall height. Click point to point. Probably only need to know one step here. Click that. We need to know the size of this hole. But before we do that, we want to put a center mark on that hole. So in this area right here, you see this little cross. Click on it. Click on the edge of the circle. Put a center mark. And we need a center mark here as well. We need to know the size of that circle. So you click the edge of it, drag that dimension out here. Let's move up here and do this one while we're in that mode. Oops. I'm just gonna zoom out there. We need some center lines. So right here it says center line. Click that. Sorry, center bisector. Center bisector, sorry. You click this line, you get a center line. So you'll go down here, do the same thing again. Click this line, click this line. And then on our side view, we need the same thing, but we need it twice. Click here, and then click here and click here. All right, so what else do we need to know? If we were going to take this to the shop and make it, we need as much information as possible. We're going back to dimensions. And we need to know probably this distance from here to here. And we probably need to know this distance from here to here. And what else do we need? We may need to know this distance from here to, nope, we got that already. I believe that is sufficient. Add a text box, click text, left click and drag a box inside of here, inside where it says title. And then once again, all caps, ISO #3. Make it bold, bring up the text height, and then click OK. Oops. Oh, I messed up. Click OK. Hit escape, and you can actually drag this to fit the space. You make sure you get this save file and save as. It's going to say DWG right here. That's what you want. Hit save. Then go to send it to Canvas. Go to File, do an export to a PDF. You can keep the name. It's going to be a PDF now. Hit save. Make sure you're saving it to the desktop. And that's how you create ISO #3.